In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything.
Trust nothing.
With the dramatic pause there. It's your boys, Keeper and Crusader. How is everybody this evening? It is Friday. Kenton said earlier, he said, man, I can tell it's Friday. Well, listen, Friday night is going to be a fantastic stream. We're going to have fun, whether there's 2 people in here or 2,000 people in here. We are going to get it on. So we are glad that you are here. Make sure that you jump in the Discord. Got lots going on over there. You guys figured out the cipher. Miguel, did we find out, they have
not figured out who the inside man is, and they have not reached out. So I told
not reached out. Okay.
Yeah, Billy was asking today about it. I was like, hey, you gotta go figure out who the inside man is and make contact. Simple as that.
That surprises me. Okay, great. Well, make sure that you guys reach out, figure out who that is, and then it's time to talk some commodities, which is going to be fun. You guys have seen it. We've got the bourbon. We have got the bullets, and we have got the beans. Bullets, beans, bourbon. Excited about that. So jump in, get in where you fit in. We love you guys. Miguel, what is on the podium this evening? I think we got some fun stuff tonight.
We got the BNB exploit, right? Massive hack, unexpected from BNB. I'm still processing that from when Frankie told me yesterday around the charge when we were talking about the show TA yesterday.
Yeah.
And then we got XRP apparently having some explosive network growth, or that's what they want to call it. And then they've got
never a moment he can just let it roll.
Nope. Not for XRP.
It's almost like XRP like dated your little sister or something. That's how it feels. It feels like
I've treated those guys better.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and then finally to wrap it up, we got Celsius selling. Celsius is selling some of their assets now, or getting involved with selling off some.
Celsius got some shady. Celsius got some shade, a little bit of shade going on. So we're definitely gonna dive into that. I want to throw out there, Brett just said, Keeper, good to see you back at home so you don't rug like you did on ATV. For those of you who didn't see it, I was on Around the Blockchain tonight, about to drop some alpha. Part of the reason that 2 of these topics are what they are is because I didn't get to talk about them, and I thought we were going to talk about them on ATV. So I said, Miguel, let's go ahead and give the people what they were really waiting for over on ATV. Yes, what happened was I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I didn't change the setting where if somebody calls directly twice in a row, so somebody called twice in a row, they thought it was a mistake, that it kicked straight to voicemail, and it booted me. I was like, oh. So at any event, thank you guys for supporting there. I appreciate it. I think actually Biomex threw out a super chat that was trying to give me a bunch of points and just, showing some love our way. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. Let's take a look into the crypto markets like we do and see what's up. So the global crypto market cap is down 0.87% at $946.87 billion with a B dollars. That's Bitcoin didn't hold 20K, 19,544 down 2.1%. ETH just hanging pretty flat, down 1.42%, but 1333. Let's take a look at BNB. Look at this. I'm very impressed. BNB is down 0.86 here. Let me update this. Make sure this is good. This should be good. Yes, it is. Down 0.56% and down 0.58% on the 7-day. Miguel, I know we're going to talk about the hack in a little bit, but aren't you mildly surprised that there wasn't a bigger move on that? I feel like whenever there's a hack, there's always some sort of a move. It didn't seem like there was much of a move. There's 5% and then it came back.
I mean, it just goes to show you how solid they are, right? I was surprised that they had such an issue, but it also goes to show you that even though something like that did happen, the trust, or I should say the belief that the project will continue to move on. I mean, they're a huge exchange. Yeah. They're one of the biggest exchange. To see Binance fail would be a massive, massive blow to the crypto market. So I think people, hold on strong to their BNB.
Yeah, for sure. And then number 6, XRP, going against the grain. XRP fan, put them up 4.75% and up 7.56% on the week, defying the rest of the markets. You saw the title. We're headed to the moon, baby. Up 4.5%. It's on. I mean, shoot, what's the next stop? 10K? I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let's
That was a
go.
big leap.
Again,
That was a big leap. I guess it's riding
you
one of
know,
those
50
Elon
cents
Musk
to 10K.
rockets.
Yeah, for sure. 50 cents to 10K. I mean, you know, I actually think that's one of the funniest things that I hear some of the XRP people say, that it's going to instantly, overnight, it's going to be an instant. I'm just going to wake up tomorrow. I think 10K. Yeah, I think you're muted. I think 10K. I'd have to do the math, but I think 10K puts me worth somewhere around $9 billion, I think. So I'm
That
going to
dude,
tell you,
that's the
I want to tell
Matrix.
everybody.
That's the Matrix plot hole, right? That's what people got. That's what the Matrix wants people to believe, that is their escape. That, hey, come support the Matrix, and the Matrix will give you this plot hole that you can escape through, and you'll become a billionaire overnight. Yada yada. It's not true. It's not.
I want to
I
give a
saw a
commit.
TikTok today. I saw a TikTok today
That
say
what?
20,000 XRP and you are set for life. I was like, what price point are you expecting these 20,000 XRP to hit to be set for life? Because even if it hits $5 to $10, even if it hits $5 to $10, that 20,000 XRP will not set you for life. You'll make a good chunk of
No,
money, but you will not be
yeah.
set for life.
Yeah, I do want everybody to know, if it would happen for however ungodly reason that it did that, there'll be two things happening. One, the stream will go on, and the reason it will be better than ever, and I'm going to tell you why. Zero stress, my friends. Absolutely zero. Miguel doesn't have to do his job anymore, and then every single day I can remind Miguel about his fierce hatred for a token that has absolutely made his life bliss. So
I'll quit
that
the
will be
show
one
and just
part.
go back to my 9 to 5.
Hey, listen, I support the commitment to the cause, bro. So yeah, at any event, we will see what happens. We're going to talk about XRP, so stick around for that. If you have not smashed the likes yet, please smash the likes. Last night was popping. Miguel had things rocking and rolling around the charts. We want to ask the people just right quick, if you guys want to see more TA content, please let us know. This is something that we've talked about in the background, kind of discussing. It seems like when we do the TA, and I know part of it is the people that we have on, whatever, but it seems like you guys are really interested in the TA. So we definitely want to do that. And then Discord, we're going to shout out everybody in the Discord later on this evening, probably get your input on this, but I want to throw out there, Miguel and I are having some discussions. We've had some pushback from YouTube recently a little bit on some of the stuff that we talk about. And so we just don't want to be censored. We want to be able to have the conversations that we want to be able to have. And so
we don't want to compromise this account, right? We don't want to compromise this channel with the potential it has. So there's some plans that we got in my
so we'll talk to you about that. Discord. If you're not in the Discord, make sure to jump in. All right, let's get into it. You want to kick it off with the Binance hack? Let's talk about that first.
Let's do it.
All right, so we got the BNB hack. Everybody's heard about it. Let's talk about it. $590 million BNB moved to Tether blacklisted wallet amid rumors of Binance hack. So basically 2 million tokens worth about 590 million were transferred to a newly generated wallet to an address that Tether then blacklisted. The blacklisting was highlighted by a Tether bot on Twitter, fueling the rumor of one of the year's biggest hacks. So as we go in, I think most of you have probably heard the story here. Basically, it compromised the Binance bridge, one of the Binance bridge. They compromised it. They were able to forge essentially the code to make it look as if they were the bridge, and they were able to request the way that I understood it, they were able to request to 1 million, not $1 million, to 1 million BNB. Basically they were requesting, give me 2 million BNB, 1 million BNB over here, 1 million BNB over here, and it worked. Okay, so I have some interesting thoughts on this I was going to talk about on ATV, but I'm going to kick this off with you, Miguel. 2 million BNB, it's a lot of freaking money.
Let's make it rain, baby.
The interesting part that I found though was on the backside they weren't able to actually do nearly what they had pulled. Right, 110 million, which is no shabby payday. Okay, was what they were able to actively, play with.
I wish one day.
Yeah, but my thought process is, if you're going after $590 million worth of an asset, don't you have a freaking game plan on the back end to make it disappear in the right direction too?
Maybe, but I feel like there's such a high response, right? And there's such a high alert on the Binance team, or just in general, that such a massive amount like that being pulled in one certain direction would turn on so many red flags that instantly that was shut down, right? Because they halted the I think they halted the blockchain for Binance
Yeah.
smart contract and all that stuff. So it freezes up the blockchain, ain't no transaction gonna happen. So
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of problem. That just goes to show you the greed, right? Maybe they would have siphoned it off a lot slower, a lot smaller quantity, but still nice chunks of money. It wouldn't have fired off so many red flags. But the greed gets you every single time, man.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. We had kind of talked about this, discussed this a little bit earlier. They on the backside, what they did was they sent Tether. They had used a Tether wallet, and they had essentially went through, I think it's called Venus Protocol, and essentially they took loans against the BNB that they had, and they were able to pull 110 million. That's the way that I understood it when I read it. Okay, so they take loans, boom, now they've got it all in stable coins. The problem is exactly what you're seeing. The stablecoin issuers are a centralized entity, and they'll blacklist right away. So it begs the question, if you are smart enough to pull this off, you understand that stablecoins are going to get, that your wallet is going to be blacklisted, that your stablecoin, you have to know that. So what if it was an inside job? What if, so Binance is given a 10%, Binance is given, and again, it's debate crypto, so we got to get after it, right? Binance is given a 10% bounty. So Miguel, let's play it out. You and I decide we work for Binance, and we say, listen, that bridge has a vulnerability. We are going to get after it. You and I, okay, Miguel, you've never been in trouble, never had an arrest, never had anything. Okay, so you are the fall guy. All right, here's what's going to happen. We're going to pull $590 million worth of BNB. We're going to hack it, right? And then what ultimately we're going to do is they're going to offer a 10% bounty. We know that because that's what BNB is going to do. And if they don't, we will suggest it. It's a great idea and it will happen. You will be the fall guy. You might do a couple years in white collar prison. Maybe you'll probably do some heavy, because if you give it all back, you'll probably just end up doing some heavy probation. Now what? We give it all back. We just got 10% of 590 million. So basically $59 million. And here's the question. Would you do a couple years, Miguel, for the team for $59 million if we got to split it? That's what I want to know. Are you going to take a couple years for the team?
In a white collar crime
yeah, not like federal, like pound it.
Like a facility like Jordan Belfort, right? Have anybody seen Wolf on Wall Street, right? Where you're playing tennis, right? You got your nice little tennis jacket and you're all, I'll take a couple of years of vacation there. Okay. And then, come back out knowing I got a few million waiting for me. I mean, and look, I'm going to just do some dramatization here for how this kind of happens in a software company, right? Somebody's here like, and they're like, yo, Doug, come over here. Come over here. Are you seeing this? There's a massive bug in this code. Who pushed this? Oh, Frank, that guy doesn't work here anymore. Oh, man. Guys, we can do something here. We can do something here.
Office
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we should, we should tell the boss about this. We should push it up the chain of command. Hey, wait a minute. If we press this button and we press this button with the combination of this code over here, it's gone. We got all the BNB that we want for the rest of our life. Ain't nobody gonna know. It's just us, man. We can do this right now.
That's right.
And there you go.
It's office space. It's office space, right? Yeah. We just siphon off a penny. We just need to make sure to put the decimal point in the right place, because if you put it in the wrong place, all of a sudden the number is massive really quickly. Now, I don't actually think that that's probably what happened, but it is an interesting thought, because these people almost always do put out these these exchanges do put out these bounties. So they knew, hey, 10% of a massive amount is a massive amount. I could see somebody taking one for the team for a lot of millions of dollars.
Just Sean, think about it. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
I just want to say, Sean, thank you for the super chat, man. We appreciate you. We love you. We miss you too, bro. What'd you say?
100%. I mean, it's like, think about it, right? The company writes that off as a massive loss. Right, they get massive benefits for something like that happening financially. At the same time, you don't even know. You don't even know if somebody down below, like I was just acting as, did raise the issue, like, hey, this issue is here, right, and we should do something about it. And the higher ups are like, oh, not right now. We have to focus on something else, way higher priority. Nobody knows about it. What are the chances that this happens? And the higher ups behind the scene are like, hey guys, did you hear that about that exploit that we got going on? We can turn this around for our benefit here, and we can pull some liquidity. The markets are kind of down, things are kind of rocky, and we need some liquidity here. So what do you guys think? And bam, slam, jam, boom, it's done deal, right?
Greed. That is what it is. So yeah, so we'll find out. I think what maybe a little bit more, or maybe we won't. And I ultimately think that we probably
we'll
won't.
find out. I think we'll find out about JFK first before we find out who's really behind all these hacks.
Yeah, I know. It really is kind of frustrating sometimes because you hear about this magnificently planned out, blah, 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 whatever it is. Maybe not, this isn't the example, but maybe another one. And then you never hear anything again. You never hear it was this person. The only one that we've heard where they caught them made no sense at all. What hack was it where the girlfriend,
the colonial pipeline, I think. Oh no. Are you talking
no,
about
no,
you're
no,
talking
no.
about the couple? You're talking about the couple
Yes,
that
yes.
stole like $500 something million of Bitcoin, and they were like, oh, we were converting it into Bitcoin, and they tracked us and they caught us. And they were planning it out for like 5 years or something ridiculous. And it's like,
not a
really?
chance. Not a freaking chance. Smash the likes, everybody. We got 17 people in the house. We love you guys. We're glad that you are here. You could be anywhere. You're here on a Friday night because you want to talk about what's next up. Let's talk about Celsius. So Celsius has
we're not talking about the drink.
That's correct. We are not talking about the drink. Celsius had some interesting things going on. I'm really glad that we stayed away from some of this over the full run.
Dude, I have an issue trusting anything that takes ownership of my crypto. I just can't. All right, the whole staking thing. I never got big into staking, and I gave up a lot of money for staking for that same purpose.
Yeah, I hear you. Bankrupt crypto lender Celsius reveals thousands of users' transaction histories in court filing. The document contained key information of every user on Celsius's platform and shed new light on the financials of its top execs. That's what we really want to talk about, is the top execs, right? Troubled crypto lender Celsius has revealed the names and transaction history of hundreds of thousands of its customers in a court filing. The 14,500 page long document. God, where do they get what information can you possibly put in 14,500 pages? Information such as customer names, crypto wallet IDs, transaction types, amounts, which services the customer had used, and the types and quantities of the tokens held. The user data leak has already received widespread condemnation on social media. Nick Hansen, CEO and co-founder of Luxor, said on Twitter that the Celsius leak may go down as one of the greatest breaches of customer information ever. I thought the Target breach was probably going to be that, but hey, no idea. Celsius has not yet provided any explanation as to why this level of information was revealed, and it was required, and if it was required by the court. Here's the interesting part, though, right? Okay, so yes, the news comes after they slid into Chapter 11 bankruptcy. You guys probably knew that. They've got $1.2 billion in the hole on their balance sheet. That's a problem, right? They have to auction off their assets. Miguel was talking about that earlier, just to try to repay their debts to investors. Okay, but here's where I think it gets interesting. Well, first of all, who do you think's buying? Sam Bankman-Fried. We've been talking about him a lot. Okay, cool. The court filing also provides more detail how the key execs may have pulled money. This is what I want to talk about. It was widely reported Celsius' chief executive, Alex Mashinsky, withdrew $10 million before the firm's liquidity issues became publicly known. Okay. The chief strategy officer, Daniel Leone, withdrew $7 million for the platform before it shuttered users' withdrawals. Leone stepped down on October 4th, and then Mashinsky's wife withdrew 2 million Celsius tokens, okay, before the platform closes withdrawals, while current chief technology officer Nuke Goldstein withdrew $550K across a variety of different cryptocurrencies. Miguel, when I hear this stuff, man, my problem with it is I get it, right? I get it. I understand it from a standpoint that, like, let me say this the right way. As a business owner, there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of information that you have about your own business. However, if you are they had to have had a point where they looked at this and said, this is going to be a problem at some point. This is going to come to light. This is on the blockchain. We are going to go bankrupt, and I am going to be seen doing what? pulling tens of millions of dollars, myself and my wife, right before we tell everybody else you can't pull your funds. What are we doing here? How do they think they're going to get away with this? Is this just a legal, well, I'm going to position myself this way and I'd rather ask forgiveness than permission type of deal?
I think it is that. I think it is that, right? I think it's they know legally, they have the conversations. Hey, hypothetically, if this were to happen, if this issue were to arise, yada yada, what would be my standing? What would I have to say? What do I have to do? Right, yada yada. And it's like, hey, like I just happened to have made a withdrawal a couple of days before, and then this thing just came out of nowhere. I had no idea. This was kind of this is tragic. This is terrible. I have no idea. And they have all the right words. They have all the legal work behind them to represent like, hey, like there's no evidence that they knew ahead of time, right? Because it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove. And you got to prove that he knew ahead of time that the ship was sinking, right? That the iceberg was there and the Titanic had struck it and we were sinking. So that's the problem with the court system. It doesn't matter if we all know he's scamming, he's lying. It's just what you can prove. And that's the way it works, man. That's how they manipulate the system.
I hear you. Keegan, thank you. Super chat says, don't forget to enjoy your weekends with your family and friends. The consistency you two have with bringing crypto content is amazing. Keegan, thank you very much. And then Kenton in the house, super chat says $5 USD Shadow Hunters.
Let's go.
Shadow Hunters. If you guys are not in the faction wars, so Keegan, if you are in there, I can't tell. You guys all have different names everywhere. So if you're already in, I apologize. But if you're not,
I know who Keegan is.
Oh, do you? Okay. Yeah. I don't think do I know who? Oh, you know what? I do too.
You do know who he is.
No, I do know who he is. He's on our show quite a bit. I do know. I had to think about it for a second. You want to know why it threw me? I saw the $6.66 and he does that. But then I saw the name and I was like, oh, no, that must be somebody else. That's interesting. And then I realized just as you said that, oh, yeah, it is him. But yeah, so jump in, get involved in the Discord. Addison also wants to come in and remind everybody, if you are not already on a hardware wallet, you need to get there. Come here, Boogie. Come here. Tell everybody hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. You want to say hi? No? Are you being shy? Who's daddy's girl? Who's daddy's girl? No? Why do you always get shy on the camera? Okay.
She's like, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I will not speak.
She's not like daddy. She's a little camera shy. But yeah, so we appreciate all the love. Jump into the Discord. Get yourself a hardware wallet. The link is down below the video. I'm going to tell you, we had one of our members. Shout out to that member that I'm talking about. Had some issues recently. We love you, bro. If we can do anything for you, again, as I said before, we're here for you. But those hardware wallets have got to happen, man. There's too much crap going on. And hardware wallets do protect you. They do. They do protect you. They do.
Always, man. Centralized exchanges. All kinds of crap is happening in the crypto markets all the time. And people lose money every single day in these markets. Not because they make bad financial decisions, but they click the wrong link or they're giving up the keys and custody to their own crypto to some centralized exchange. And then boom, they lose it. Be your own bank. That is the slogan. That is the everything when you come into crypto. Take the responsibility on and be your own.
And then you don't have to worry about Alex Mashinsky using your banking funds for his own.
Yes, right.
Because essentially that's what's happening, right? All of your money is sitting there. He owns the company, but it'd be kind of like this. It'd be kind of like, so I just took a big calendar retainer from a customer, right? Then I know that the business is going under, right? And I all of a sudden just deposit that from my business account to my personal account. And I say, you know what? I'm broke. I don't know what happened, but sorry. This is so freaking terrible, dude. But it is that simple. That's what's happening.
That's exactly it.
XRP fan, put them up. First of all, if we don't have 26 likes on the stream, I don't know what we're doing. X out of the live chat if you are
check
on mobile. Take a peek. We need, we need to start.
I'm going to check right now. Let's talk about the other stuff before we jump into XRP, and let's start warming up the crowd, right? What we're going to do, all the plans that we're talking about here.
Okay, cool. So what we were talking about before the stream, you mean? Okay, cool. So for those of you who love to come to talk, to hear our content, that is maybe one of the things that we've been told that people love is that we have the conversations that other people are scared to have. Okay. So we want to continue to do that, and we want to do it in a real way. We also appreciate and understand that YouTube not appreciate. We understand that YouTube is not going to allow us to speak in the way that we really want to. They're just not.
Nope.
We have been warned recently a couple times, and we don't want to lose our YouTube platform. We have a good friend of the show. You probably know who he is. I'm not going to call him out right now, but a good friend of the show that is having lots of YouTube problems right now because of this exact thing. So what we're proposing that we do, and we want to hear from you guys what you think. We're proposing, we might even just start off with it once a week, and maybe it'll grow from there. We want to take our at least once a week content. And I'm talking, when I say content, I'm talking about like we can have like this kind of conversation. We can have
we can have all the conversations.
All the conversations.
All the conversations you can think of, we can have on there.
All of them on our own website. We want to, and we need to look in, we're trying to figure out some details and specifics. We want to take some content over to dangerclosealpha.com. That's like what we want to do. We want to bring a stream over there and have like any conversation we want to have because it's ours, right? Just it's our website. It's our content. We would be charging. Yeah, it would be exclusive content. And what we would do is charge a very nominal fee. I'm literally talking like a really, when I say a really low number, I'm talking about like $5 to $1, like just inconsequential, right? But it would just be to give that exclusive access. And obviously we're going to be creating extra exclusive content for that. We'd love to hear what you guys think. Basically what we'll do is we'll bless kind of what we're thinking about is we're going to bless all of the NFT holders. So I'll give you an example. If it's $5, if it's $5 a month, the NFT holders are going to be like $1 a month or whatever, right? We want to make it inconsequential because ultimately we just want to be able to speak how we want to be able to speak and have those real conversations. So I would love to hear from you guys if you think it's a possibility, because the censorship is getting bad. We are getting warnings and we're kind of getting like, wait a minute, we don't want to get deplatformed. I've been warned multiple times on TikTok. I'm up over 100K now, and I think they're paying a lot more attention over there now. I've got a video running this morning, and I'm wondering how long until they take that one down. I don't know, man. Miguel, thoughts on kind of
the thoughts are right. It's exclusive content. It's a way you guys can support us to push this content that we really want to talk about. That we can't do it here, right? We can't compromise this, right? This is a business that we're trying to create that is crypto centric, and we push the bounds, right? And we always will continue to push the bounds, but we have to be very careful, and we always have to censor ourselves and make sure we tone down the conversations. But we don't want to do that. And a lot of people are in Danger Close Alpha. They know exactly what we're trying to talk about. They know exactly what it's about, right? And we just want to have the clear conversation, and we want to have that and provide that information and content for you guys. But that has to go alpha here, because if we compromise this and this gets shut down, right, this is our opportunity to escape our 9-to-5 job at some point down the future. And if we compromise this, we lose everything.
So FU says paywalls fix a lot of problems for sure. I have an attorney friend, family member, somebody very close to me, that said exactly that. And so I want you guys to also understand, while we obviously need to support our families and want to make this full time, it's more about that. You paying for a subscription, no matter how much it is, you're paying for the content that we are bringing you at that point, and we can deliver the conversations that we ultimately really want to have. And hey, listen, we're talking to other creators. I think you're going to be able to get the real scoop from people of what they're not saying now in terms of people that you watch on a regular basis. I think we're going to be able to have those conversations with those people as well. So I think you guys are really going to like it.
Oh, yeah.
So we're excited about doing that for sure. For sure. Okay. Before we dive into the last thing, Miguel, before we dive into XRP, I want to talk about the ridiculous would you rather that you want to talk about. Because let me just preface this, guys. Miguel's answer that he's about to give you, we don't normally talk about it before, but we did on this one. Just a 2-second conversation is dumb. Okay. So his answer is dumb, but we're going to let him give it.
We'll see about that.
And then you can explain it to me. So go ahead. What's the would you rather, Miguel?
So would you rather, right? The 2 options. You get all the money in the world, right? You have no need for money ever again for the rest of your life. But you only get but right? There's always a but somewhere. You only get 5 years. After 5 years, you're unalive. Right? You're no longer around. You check out. Okay. So, or then the other option is you live a regular life, 9-to-5, and you live to 100.
Just be a regular dude.
A regular guy living 9 to 5, right? Living paycheck to paycheck, just doing your thing, just hanging out. But you get to live an extra few years to 100.
Okay. Okay.
5
You may,
years
you
from
may go
whatever
first.
point. Yeah, go ahead.
The wealth I have is not in my bank account, Miguel. The wealth I have is in my family and my friends and my YouTube subscribers. Do you like where this is headed? This is a very political talk I'm having right
No,
now. Okay, let's talk about it. No, let's talk
I
about
agree.
it.
I agree. So with that point, why don't you transfer me some of that ETH you have? Let me unload that from you. That's just a burden on your shoulders right now, so you can enjoy the wealth of your family.
That's a good point. Yeah, but for me, in fairness, and to be clear for everyone, he's saying that you can't turn the 100 years into something like whatever. You're
You're not
gonna
gonna
be
become a Jeff
stuck in
Bezos if
the
you
red,
work really
right?
hard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're
So that's not
deemed a
available.
normal guy for the rest of your life, 9 to 5. That's it.
Yeah.
Ain't no
So
escaping that.
I am 100% going 100 years, and I'll tell you, for me, it's simple. I might have entertained the idea if my daughter wasn't around, but at this point, for me, it's clear that it's my family. I want to see my daughter raised. That's ultimately. I realize. Well, I'll let you give your reason for that, but I want to see that. I want to be a part of that. I want to be an influence on her life. So that ultimately for me is where I'm going. I want to put my values in to her.
So I completely agree with. I completely see where your point is, but I'm taking the 5 years, and here's why. Okay. Here's why I'm taking the 5 years. One, when I'm gone, my family will now have no need for money. They're gonna be set for life. I have 5 years to set up all types of contingency plans for
That's
the
all you're
rest
going to
of
be
their
doing.
lives. Right, dude, I'm gonna be traveling. I got people. I got unlimited money. Right, I got people to do stuff for me. I'm like, hey, you gotta do this. You gotta do that. I don't gotta do jack. I just gotta tell people what to do and pay them. And I got unlimited money. Right, so I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna be all over the world. I'm not gonna stay in one spot more than 3 days. Right, I'm gonna be everywhere doing my.
Is it
thing
in
for the next
crypto
5 years.
or is it in fiat?
It doesn't
Your
matter.
wealth.
It's unlimited.
It's unlimited. It doesn't
It's
matter what it
unlimited.
is.
It doesn't matter
Okay.
what it is, right? And I'm gonna set up my family for the rest of their life, and
Okay.
I'm gonna record myself. Right, I'm gonna have somebody with the unlimited amount of money that I have to try to digitize me. So even though I'm physically gone, I'll digitally still be around, and that's my plan.
All right. I listen, I hear it. I just know how fast 5 years has gone in my life. I think you would set up, I think you would waste more time setting up the trusts and all the things that you're doing in the 5 years, and you would end up looking back and saying, I just know how fast 5 years goes. So while I respect
But you
loving your
can live
family
so much more
enough,
in 5 years than you can in a long, dragged out life.
Candle Mafia in the house, by the way. Shout out to Frankie Candles. Frankie I was on Around the Blockchain earlier, and he was the host, and he kicked me off. So no, I'm just kidding. He didn't kick me off. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going with the full hundo, going with the 100 years. I respect the 5 years to be able to give your family however many generations of dollars, but I think I'm going with the hundo because I just can't see five. I see five. For me, point blank, it's 5 years goes so freaking fast. Just boom, 5 years done. So there's that.
Reward.
All right, XRP fam in the house. Let's kick it off. Hey, if you got, first of all, smash the likes. If you just came in from the Candle Mafia, you know what to do. Bing bong, hit the like, do the thing. That's what we're asking for, right? And also, as always, make sure you subscribe. But XRP Army, we're going to talk about this. We're going to kick the stream right. Well, we're going to kick Miguel right in the behind because I'm sure he's going to have some very nasty things to say about XRP. He's never said a nice thing in his life about XRP, so I doubt he's going to start now. Let's talk about it. XRP records highest network growth for first time in 3 months, and I'm not going to read a ton of this, but basically, crypto analytics firm Sentiment has just recorded its highest day of network growth since July amid a spike in the price of its native token XRP. The blockchain saw 2,273 new wallet addresses created today. This jump in users of the open source network coincided with a 5% rise in the XRP back over 52 cents. According to Sentiment, the price action was a mild decoupling from the rest of the market, which we saw earlier. So it talks about that. It says the growth has also come on the back of the recent unique node list upgrade of XRPL. The upgrade was reduced the number of nodes controlled by Ripple, the tech company that created the blockchain, to 2 or 5.8% of the 35 nodes validating transactions on the public network. Pay attention to that, Miguel. The upgrade, which is part of the blockchain's vision to promote decentralization, also added a new validator entity, X-Spectre. The XRPL Foundation noted that the validator had proven itself to be active and reliable. Look at that, Miguel.
Keywords. Vision to promote. It's all about marketing, baby. It's all about marketing. Keep that matrix going.
And it works.
And then
it works. It works.
It works. Yeah, of course it works. You drink the Kool-Aid, it works 100%. You take the full effect of the Kool-Aid.
The bottom line is this: XRP, if you are able to separate all things, now we're here for entertainment purposes only. Don't anybody take this the wrong way or any type of way.
Never financial
But at this point right now, never financial advice. But at this point right now, I think that you would have to have a stout like absolute objection, like Miguel has, to not look at XRP as a valid option to make some money. Let's put it that way. You can have objections to what. You can have full on objections to, the legacy financial system, which is what they're involved in. You can have objections to the centralization, which it looks like they're at least projecting that they're trying to change. You can have all of these different objections. But if you came into crypto, which most people did, and this is not good, this is not bad, I guess it's just a fact. Most people came into crypto thinking, hey, I can change my life. I can make some more money, this, that, and the third. The reason that I love XRP is because I do think that it's going to give that opportunity. The reason I hate it is because so many people, and listen, I've got a bunch of XRP. Everybody knows that. So many people are blind to the facts. I could see it hitting $5 or $10. Okay. I cannot see it hitting $592, $500 or $5,000, $10,000. It's just not a reality. And I like to bring some of that to people, bring them down to earth, show them what that market cap would look like, understand that what that would actually be. So that's my only shout out to Zach Rector. Love the commitment, bro. Love that you love XRP. Crypto Insight UK,
is Zach
friend
here?
Of the channel. No, Zach's not. I was just throwing him a shout out. He's a friend of the channel, and
Matthew goes, does he have an objection to making money? I have an objection to making immoral money. Right? There is moral money and immoral money, and we've had this conversation before, right? There's a lot of businesses worldwide. You can make a lot of money. Are they ethical? Are they moral? Absolutely not. And most people frown upon them. But somehow, when it comes to aligning with the elites, which partake in all the kinds of things that the average person loves to complain about and point the finger at, they're like, I'll team up if it's going to change my life. I'll team up for sure. I'll join the club. And then after I'm part of the club, don't worry, guys. I'll come back and save the rest of you. Okay. Sure.
So at what point, this is all the people need to know, Miguel. At what point are you going to say, man, I should have bought that?
Never.
Never. No matter what it does.
I'll clarify.
No matter what it does.
No matter what it does. I've clarified it.
It becomes the world reserve currency. Shouldn't have bought it.
Nope. Never.
What if you have to? What if you have to use it?
No, that's a different story, right? If I have to use it, I have to. Like, I'm not saying someone's gonna hold a gun to my head and I'm gonna say, no, I'm not gonna use it. Shoot. Like, if I have to use it, I have to use it because it is what it is. But just like the US dollar, I have to use the US dollar. I can't circumvent that. But what I'm saying is I will not support something that I know is going to come around and, screw you over in the long term. It's like everyone has this thing that, like, once I get on the inside, I'll change the system. No, you won't, because you'll be on the inside. You'll see how nice it is in there and be like, forget that. I'm not going to struggle. I'm not going to go back on the struggle bus over there. Screw those guys. They didn't make it. They're done. See you later. It's just the power corrupts, man. The power corrupts.
We are going to find out what it does. I think that ultimately it's going to be people are going to make money, and you'll probably
that too. I want to clarify. I am not saying that XRP can't hit $5, XRP can't hit $10, that you're not going to make a single cent with XRP. I don't deny those. I do not deny that at all. I see it. It can definitely happen. I do not deny that. I'm not blind to facts.
Yeah.
But I just choose to not support
be a part of
that.
It.
And that's the message I convene to people. Choose to make money the right way. Don't choose greed on the short term with the wrong way.
And yes, Kenton, this would be his opinion on all of the ISO coins. Definitely, I will speak for him right now. We've had this discussion. It's all the ISO coins for sure. I've been very clear over the time period too, and I'm not apologetic about this. I bought into XRP when I bought into XRP and continued to stack XRP for the purpose
you wanted
of
to be an
money.
inside man.
For the purpose of making money. Hey, Inside Man actually played out well for the people in the riddle. So those of them that figured out the Denzel reference, that ended up working out well for them. But no, I got into XRP purely thinking, hey, listen, I don't think the legacy financial system is going anywhere. I'm not going to have the power to change where this is headed. I'm going to make some money in the process and then maybe try to position myself to do something with it. So for me, that's all it was. And ultimately, hey, we'll see what happens. It hasn't done me much good yet. I mean, I have an average entry like between 11 and 17 cents of all my XRP, right?
XRP's had a whole like 20-30% pump in the last week. So
that's right.
It hasn't hit new all-time highs in like
why not
10,000
more percent? I know. We'll see what happens. We shall see. We shall see. I think that there's going to be people that are going to have the last laugh in terms of dollars and cents, but then you're always going to still be able to stand on and say, hey, listen, I believe they're going to make money, but it just wasn't for me. But I'll tell you what should be for you is Danger Close Alpha, is Debate Crypto. Let me throw something out there before we end the stream, guys. We had been doing some of the prepper tips. We haven't done a few. We did one last week, and we were doing them here and there. And I want to throw one more article in front of you, just quickly, briefly, because I think it's important for that you see it. You can also see it over on my TikTok. I just did it on this morning, but check this out. The U.S. purchased 290, and again, this is something I have to be really careful about, right? This is why we're talking about going to our own platform. U.S. purchases $290 million of a drug for use in radiological and nuclear emergencies. So basically, there is a drug called Nplate that was made by Amgen that the U.S. just spent $290 million on. It is to fight acute radiation syndrome. I have two things to say about this that I've seen in my comments and that I've looked up and kind of looked into. It's very interesting, Miguel. This is something we could have on that private conversation.
Oh yeah, things are heating up, man. Things are heating up.
But hold on, not even that. Amgen, this massive pharmaceutical company, the people involved in it, right, are making big money right now, and they are all tied in with the elites. Have we seen anything with any big pharmaceutical companies recently? I don't know. But it almost feels as if maybe something's happening there. The other side of it is, hey, listen, Ukraine is getting ready for something, right?
The world is getting ready for something.
The pipeline burst. The world is getting ready for something. There's big question marks. We don't ever sell you fear. We just want to tell you, be prepared. That's why Danger Close Alpha came to be. If you're not involved with our NFT project, Danger Close Alpha, you really should get involved. That's part of why we have the 3-day prepper bootcamp that's coming up in May. You can get a bug out bag on the secondary market over on OpenSea. You can get yourself some gas masks so that you have a little bit of currency as that continues to rock out. And I want to remind everybody, gas masks, get you points. Presentation, get you a ton of points. And then also your tweets, get you points. The tweets have been a little,
guys. Send in those tweets. Send in those tweets. The drunken merchants are doing work, right? The drunken merchants are doing some work. I see the naked medics also putting in some work. They got something coming up down the pipeline for some Twitter posts here. But the shadow hunters and the 3B engineers, I don't know what that's all about, but the 3B engineers, you guys got to pick up the slack. You guys got to come out hot and put these guys in their place and show them who the engineers are really all about.
And I want to just throw this out there before we end the stream. Patricio is telling you, okay, go ahead and short it then there, tough guy. Short XRP.
If I was a trader, I would. If I was a trader,
you would not short XRP right now. Not a chance. That would be dumb. For you to short XRP right now. You just said
I'm sure that's what people have been. I'm sure that's what people have been. I'm saying, obviously, everything has ups and everything has downs. I'm going to have a permanent
right when the
short
case is going to be over here soon.
That's what they've been saying for a year, right? And for the last 5 years, we've been going to the moon with XRP. But here we are yet again, still at just 50 cents. Right? We had a small move from 30, 40 cents to 50. And now the whole entire XRP community is like, that's it, boys. Strap the rocket. We're blasting off because we're up 10%. Come on, calm down, guys. It's been 5 years. It's okay.
We'll find out. Sean, I think the number goes way lower than that if that happens. Like way lower than that.
0. like
I don't know about 0, but I think that the number.
What do you mean? What do you mean? If those words
Are you buying
fruition,
Bitcoin if that happens? Are you buying Bitcoin if that happens?
I'm not gonna be around. What are you talking about?
No.
Ain't nobody
Doesn't mean it was right. It doesn't mean it was dropped in your backyard. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, but it's called fallout. It's called
I get it, but it depends on where.
I'm just gonna be.
These are the conversations that
streams,
you all need to be a part of with our other.
The streams are going to be me sitting down in a hazard suit with a gas mask on, with an oxygen tank, and we're still going, baby. We're still on here trying to buy some XRP or buy some Bitcoin. And it's like, come on, dude. At that point, forget the portfolio. You better have some beans, ammo, and bourbon. That's what you better be stacking. That's what we're going to be talking
bourbon.
about.
Be just chugging, chugging, because it's going to make you feel better.
Just drink and forget, dude. Drink and forget.
Drink to forget. Crypto fam, we love you guys. It's Friday night. You could have been anywhere, but you were here with Debate Crypto. Thank you for being here. Just remember, question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We'll see you soon.
Up out there.